That shit was wild, fam.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Pass the Sticks. I'm your host, JB. Joining me as always, Tsunamic Wave and Tokyo Swift. What's good, fellas?
What's going on, Joe? What's good? We're good.
Can't say always for me, I obviously y'all know what's been going on. I ain't been here for a while, but I'm happy to be back. I hope y'all had a great time, man. Obviously, I was checking in, but I'm back now, and yeah, I'm ready to just. Hopefully, I could just jump back into it with you guys.
I'm back like cook crack.
Absolutely, Tokyo Swift. What's going on? What's going on over there?
Not much, man. Just trying not to melt, man. Like it's like I said, like it ain't been under 90 degrees since June, man. Like so,
right.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
like I'm wearing this AC out, man. This shit, man.
Appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. Sorry it's a day late this time. It's not Wade's fault, it's not Tokyo Swift's fault, it's my fault. So direct all your smoke towards me. I was a little under the weather. So with that said, we back. We about to do today. We are doing our top 5 most overrated games, man. So we definitely about to get into that. I'm sure. I know for a fact my list is gonna be controversial because I didn't go for games like Superman 64, right? Because nobody thinks that game is good. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I saw a list where like they kind of just went with the worst games instead of like so I'm like, nah, we're gonna go with games that people actually like and revere and stuff like that, but we think is overrated. My list is controversial as hell. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I'm sure my other two guests or my other two hosts gonna be upset. I'm sure people in the chat gonna be upset. It is what it is, man.
If you say Ghost of Tsushima, that's probably the only thing I could say that.
I'm like,
because I know you're gonna say that,
and it's gonna be whack too, and you're gonna be wrong. So, but go ahead, man. Like, go ahead and just say it. It's like you might as well cut to the chase right now.
We know that's on your list.
We'll talk. Anyways. We are going to do what games are currently playing. Usually we'll do what games are currently playing. Then we'll head over to This Week in Gaming, talk about games that dropped throughout this week in history, some industry news. Then we'll end with the spin wheel. Today we are going to do what games we're currently playing. Then we're going to get jumping straight into our top 5 lists. And then after that, we're going to hit the spin wheel. Then we'll get out of here. Next week, we will return with This Week in Gaming in the regular show format. So we're going to kick this one off with Wave, man. Been going for a little while. What games you currently playing, bro?
Do I? Well, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna act like I've been playing such a plethora. Oh, can't even say that word. A bunch of games. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it real simple. College football dropped, so I've been playing a lot of that. That's had my attention mainly. So I know you guys talked about college football while I was going. So I'm just gonna briefly give my thoughts on college football. Then I'll go to the other games that I've been playing. I honestly like college football. I've been seeing the controversy all through the online saying how the teams aren't balanced, but I think that's college football. When you watch the games, they not balanced. There's really no balance in college football. It's not even balanced in the pros, and all of them dudes is nice. So there's that. You got to think about it. A lot of these dudes coming on college, well, it's not a lot, but some of them, even though they're good enough to play D1, they got jobs, they got other things to do. Their focus isn't football, so they're not going to be the best players that they could possibly be. And everybody just can't really be good. They could just be good enough, if that makes sense. So I've been enjoying it. I've been playing a lot of Dynasty. I actually put my high school in there because I've been to 3 different colleges, and I didn't want to choose which one. So I put my high school in there just to kind of be fair, I guess. And also you can like mess with the numbers. So I did 2 different teams. I did one that they kind of generated for me. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. And the second one, I just miss you guys, I guess. The second one, because Heisman is so difficult That's probably my only gripe with the game. Heisman is OD. Like it's absolutely insane how difficult Heisman is. Some of the teams are insane. If you want it to be balanced, I guess go play Heisman. But what I did was I made everybody a 99, all my starters a 99, and I just wanted to see if they could hang with Heisman. I mean, obviously they could if you're good at the game. I'm apparently not because Heisman still was kicking my butt. I scrapped that season and went back to my, generated season. Anyway, that's my opinions on college football. And lastly, the only other game I've been playing is Valorant because they just dropped it on console. It came to PlayStation and Xbox a couple of weeks ago. I was a part of the beta program, so I was playing it early. You guys know. But they dropped the full release now. It's on Game Pass for free. If you do have the Game Pass, you get to have all the characters. But if you get it with we buy it cash, you gotta use it's free, so you don't gotta pay for it at all. But you gotta work for the characters by playing the game and getting in-game currency. But I like Valorant. Is a fun game. Those are the games I've been playing.
How'd you like Valorant? I meant to ask you that.
Me?
Yeah.
That's what I was just talking about.
No, I mean like, did it live up? I mean, we're talking about a game with high expectations.
Yeah. I think they did a good job porting it to the console.
Okay.
I was kind of worried because they never like bought a game over like that to console. Like they usually keep that to PC. But they did a good job. I'm not going front. It transitioned very well. If you into like search and destroy games, so very slow pace, plant the bomb, defuse the bomb. It's the game for you. You get powers. I think it's really cool. I've been putting a lot of work into it, like I said. And I actually just started a YouTube series today about my journey through the Valorant experience, I guess.
Nice.
I'm starting competitive play. So I'm documenting the journey and putting it on YouTube. If anybody's interested, shameless plug.
Nice.
Say less. Tokyo Swift, what games you been playing, bro?
Well, I haven't really had a chance to play too much games, so I just been playing the same game. So I've still been playing that game Flip Witch. Again, please do not search for that game around family members at work, around your kids, around your parents, because it's. I don't want to give too much away about it, but it's a wild game. It's like to the point, like, look, you can't find. I don't think you can find gameplay of it on YouTube. That's how wild it is. And if it is, it's very very cherry picked, highly edited, like clips. But it's like it's a cool game. It's basically like in terms like a Metroidvania type game. Like the 2D platform pixelated jump off. It's cool. It's a cool game. It's like I said, don't like invest in some good headphones when you playing it, but but it's a wild game like that. And I've been playing some Civilization 6 because they just pushed out some new updates for that to like a couple of days ago. So I've been still on that. I've been trying to play City Skylines too, man, but like it's like the game is still not where it should be. Definitely still needs some work, even like almost as we approach a year after it's been dropped. Still needs some work. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But
right. So for me, I've been playing College Football 25. I was still enjoying that game. I agree with a lot of what Wade said. Heisman difficulty is wild. But I mean, it makes sense. If you play a team that's not so good on Heisman, you have more of a chance. You want to go into Georgia and play them, you're probably gonna score like 14 points tops. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
I also played a little bit of Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Super Nintendo. Wave no, Tokyo Swift no. To me, it's a classic, absolute classic. Like, I love that game.
Yeah.
That's not on my list of overrated games today. I also played a little bit of WWE 2K24. There's some controversy going on with that as people are there. I think this the DLC pack got Post Malone in it, and people was like, this is what we're talking about. Nobody's asking for this. There's still things that need to be patched in the game in terms of bugs. Yet you're putting Post Malone in the game, right, and stuff like that. Before it was MGK. Stuff like that, all types of random stuff. It's like me and Tokyo Swift had this convo last week. It was like, just fix the game how it's supposed to be fixed. Everything else you could leave at the door. Like, we don't need all that. Just especially if the game is broken. If the game is perfectly fine, then do what you do. Other than that, chill out. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, college football has been the most. I also played Hellblade 2. I wrapped that up. I thoroughly enjoyed that game personally. Yeah. So with that said, let's get to the chat, and then we'll get on to these lists of the top 5 most overrated games. Jess said hi.
Yep.
Jess said, the little one said, I'm so excited for the show. Appreciate that. Nice. Go to bed. Jess said they've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. To follow up on that for, I think it was 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, the game is dope. It got some challenges in it. So it's definitely a game that like I think a kid plays with their parent. Probably unless their kid is probably like 10 or 11, then I'm sure they can get that on their own. But if you got a kid younger than that, it's a game to probably play with mom or dad. Let's see. Byron Hurd said, due to NCAA being so bad. Damn.
Why you think it's bad, bro?
I mean, like honestly, like because I remember what he was saying about like the criticism about it, like, and then I went back and I looked at it and I played it and I agree with him. Like,
What's
playbooks, the plays are like the playbooks are just trash. Like the playbooks are empty. Like it's like it don't make no sense. It's like it did because I was playing like I was playing like the Road to Glory journey and I had a quarterback, so I really couldn't pick the plays. So they was just giving me plays, and it's like, okay, 3rd and 5, like it's third and 5, on the 40-yard line. Oh, just verticals. What? Like there's nothing else I can pick. Like, just how many times I was just running verticals like the whole time. Like I was like, fam, there's nothing else.
But you got to just create a playbook though that could alleviate that. Even though I do agree with you though, but I think create a playbook that'll alleviate that. You can kind of pick through all of that. Air raid suck.
Yeah, like, but that's the thing though. Like with the Road to Glory, because I'm the quarterback. Like I can't pick the plays yet, because like you need to get at your trust level up with the coach first. So so you can't. So like the coach is basically, hey, look, pick, like, hey, run this play. You got to run it until you get. So
triangle mode,
it won't work.
It's not gonna give you 3 extra plays.
Yeah, no. So but after you get your level up. But sometimes like I be doing that and I'm like, verticals in this formation, verticals in that formation. I'm like, fam, like what? Like, that's one of the reasons why I actually stopped playing it. To be honest,
outside of that though, it's not a bad game.
No, I don't think it's a bad game. I think, but I do agree that it is like it feels like it's an empty game. I feel like because it's one of those games where they did too much. So it's like because I get it, putting all those schools in there, like hundreds and hundreds of schools in there, stuff like that. You can't put hundreds and hundreds of books in there. So it's like it's a lot of it feels real generic, So. I mean, I get it from that standpoint, but me being like in X's and O's kind of guy, like I was like, it's like it takes away like some immersion from me,
Do y'all feel like it's too much like college, right? There is a reason why some people love college football, some don't. College football notoriously does have a small playbook. They run the same damn plays over and over, especially the elite teams, because nobody can stop it. They run a lot of screens, they run a lot of short passes, a lot of RPOs, options, all that. I think it was like, I forgot years ago. I think it was Tim. No, it wasn't Tim Tebow. Or who did they play in that? Was that Vince Young with Reggie Bush and them? Yeah, Vince Young was like they literally ran maybe 12 different plays a game. It's just there was so much talent. You know what I mean? So I wonder because like Madden's out next week. We know that's gonna have one of their things is a revamped playbook. They're gonna have different plays for each team, right? Because in the NFL, that's when we see the playbooks with like 120 plays in it. So I'm curious the difference. You know what I mean? Do y'all think they made it too much like college?
I mean,
that's what we wanted. We can't really be mad when they gave us what we wanted. We wanted that feel like it was in 14. Now I don't, because I haven't played 14 in so long. I don't remember how the playbook was. So maybe you guys or somebody from the chat that's familiar with 14 could like tell us if the playbooks was the same. But like I was saying earlier, you could download or create playbooks to alleviate that, so you can get a different playbook, a more versatile playbook. You just got to actually go put the work in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just agree because like I do remember like the playbook system from that, and I remember like how it was basically like it was a real game feel. It was like, oh, this team is 100% set up like for this, you know, like if you keep running like the halfback pop power or right tackle like over and over and over again, okay, now they're set up for the bootleg like a left, you know, stuff like that. So I mean, so yeah, like stuff like that. Like I was surprised to see that I wasn't in the game
okay
this year.
That's fair. All right, yo, let's get to these lists, man. We got, just as a reminder, we are doing the top 5 most overrated games. So that said, we'll do it the same way we did the sequels list, where we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will start off though with an honorable mention. So
we will.
Do y'all have one?
I don't have a
okay, because we had them last time.
I could think of one off the top of my head, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
How about this? We'll give them at the end then. Instead, we'll give them at the end.
All right, okay, yeah.
We'll give them at the end. So we'll start like basically what just missed the list. We'll start with number 5. We'll start with Wave.
For me, for 5, I got X Defiant. That's a newer.
That's the one that just
that's
dropped,
a newer
right?
game. Yeah, the reason why I put it on my I don't know if we're doing reasons. Did we do reasons?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, we can do reasons. Cool.
Okay. I put that on my list because honestly, they was calling it a COD killer from the day it was released. I went and played it. There's only literally 2 or 3 maps. There's no way you could think something that simple is gonna be COD. The weapon selection isn't that great. The way that you have to get your attachments is the same as COD. So like that's literally the reason why they on my list. They was put up there with Call of Duty, and they just don't deserve that.
It just wasn't there. I'm not mad at that. Tokyo Swift, what you got?
For number 5, I got Destiny. I got Destiny. I know a lot of people like that game, and honestly, I don't think that it's a bad game at all. But I remember playing it, and me being a Halo veteran, because I'm like, okay, I get it. It was Bungie's first game, since Halo. I'm like, fam, I know Newman also when I see it, man. Like it's a lot of it was just like reskin Halo maps. The class system didn't really hit as hard as they wanted it to, because they all end up playing out the same. Because I mean, you got guns, so I mean, really the only difference was your special. But I mean, if you got the guns, who cares? It don't matter how much of a titan you are. If I get you with a shotgun to the face. So I mean, the multiplayer player to me was it just reminded me of damn, I should just play Halo, you know.
That was the first trash take of the day, and I was expecting it from Jay.
Dang. Because I knew you were gonna say
Destiny
that,
because Destiny.
I honestly I actually thought about Destiny 2, but then I was I didn't really care for that for the first Destiny either. So yeah, so it's and I get it. I know you a Destiny fan. My wife is also a Destiny fan, but I was but me, I was yeah, it's just. I'm gonna head out on that one.
All right, so all right, so controversy already. Number 5, I got Fortnite. I think Fortnite, man. Yo, I think Fortnite. I'm taking everything with microtransactions. I'm taking everything with overcharging and kids charging up their parents' cards and shit. I'm putting all that on Fortnite, man. Like I'm putting
but
all
the
that.
game though,
Yes.
I agree with you on that.
I'm gonna
The
get
game?
to that point in 1 second.
Okay.
I think the game itself is I think they cover it up with Travis Scott doing concerts and shit, and Tony Hawk having skins and John Cena.
Yeah,
They cover it up. I think the game itself is bland. They was just innovative in the way they have events within the game. That's like if
that it is dope.
That's like if Superman 64 got relaunched and they had Henry Cavill and all these other dudes who played Superman in the game talking to you, and Eminem did the concert. It's like it's not going to cover up the fact that the game is. I think Warzone is way better. I think
that
Apex
game
is way better.
Shit, though. You
like
Superman 64, J.
Yo,
that's mad disrespectful, son.
It's number 5.
That's a real
number 5, but it's not number 1. So
that's a chaotic.
That was the wildest comparison.
I got Fortnite. So for number 5, Wave got X Defiant, Tokyo Swift got Destiny, and I got Fortnite. Let's see what the chat is saying real quick, and then we'll get on to number 4.
It's cool because y'all about to do the same shit to me.
Byron Heard said, Wave, I got NCAA 25 on my list of most overrated games of all time. That's how serious I am. It's bad when the game from a decade ago is better than what we have now. Glitchy plays, no real defense unless you're playing with elite teams, not able to convert your classes over to current gen. Madden is crazy, broken tackles. The only thing from that, because it's subjective and I get it, the only thing I'm going to say is not being able to convert the class over. That's a legal thing. Now that they're being paid, they can't get paid by both. That's, to be fair, not everybody in college is going to go on to the NFL, and the NFLPA is a stickler for it. I think me and Tokyo Swift talked about that last week or the week before. Everything else he said, hey, man.
You got to get your mod player to go to Madden. But I agree with the broken tackles because me and my boy were just sharing clips. Literally, I will get, because this is what just happened. I promise you, it's on my Xbox inbox. Dude had the quarterback dead to rights, tackled him. The quarterback put the arm on the ground. He was about to fall, but somehow his arm hit the ground. He stayed up. He had 2 more D linemen hit him. Nothing happened. They like kind of just went around him, and then he threw the ball for 40 yards, got the first down.
Yeah, see that.
See, I wish that would happen. I wish that would happen to me, man. Like I was playing, I wrote the glory of my because I was a quarterback, man. Michigan's O-line is garbage because I'm like, fam, I haven't played a game yet where I haven't been sacked at least 4 times.
Bro, you're not bro, you're not doing that. We like Shador Sanders out there. We just hit the floor every time.
I'm like, I'm throwing the ball like this. But
you play D-line, you're not touching that quarterback. I was playing Toledo earlier, and I was on the D-line. I couldn't get Toledo, and I could not touch the quarterback, bro. It took me to the 4th quarter to get a sack.
Man. That's wild.
Oh, this here. Wow. Mike Green said Mortal Kombat from 2011.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, 2 Street Fighter like overrated.
I'm like that. That's definitely an opinion that you can have. It's wrong, but
that's MKX, right?
But no. That's a 11.
That's the next one after X, right?
That's 11. Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. No.
No.
It is
from
X.
2011. Yeah. From 2011.
Yeah.
X was fire though, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
It was.
X was fire.
But I mean, I get it.
It probably wasn't as good as people were saying though, but it was fire. That's how.
And like because forget Mortal Kombat 1 that just came out. Like, in the recent,
he's talking about MK9.
Trilogy.
He's talking about MK9.
Oh, MK9. Oh, you wild.
Nah.
Wait, you wild. Yo, I was gonna give you MKX, man, but MK9, like, no.
Hell no.
I actually just saw a post from a couple years ago that I put like where they just dropped the trailer for Freddy Krueger. I'm like, you serious, man? like yo, I don't know. You had us in the first half. Not gonna lie, man. Like, oh
Byron
man,
Hurst said 100% agree on Fortnite, and Jess said I agree. Fortnite is overrated.
it
All right,
is.
with that said, let's get to number four.
On Fortnite.
All
right, so
we're doing the top 5 most overrated games. Wade, kick us off with
number four. I'm gonna say Madden 2004. Now, the reason why I chose Madden 2004 is because I feel like we all, because I love Madden 04 too, but I had to literally sit back and think about it, right? We all really love this game because of Michael Vick and the way Michael Vick is and the way they made him play in that game. As a whole, though, that Madden was not as goated as we make it out to be, especially when you compare it to games in that similar time frame. Like, I mean, even ESPN 2K5, you could kind of compare it to. That was kind of better than that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's fair, but whatever. But yeah, I think nostalgia. I know I can't say that word right, but I still try. In the fact that Michael Vick was who he was and was as good as he was, and people just loved to run around with Mike Vick, and he had an arm, so you could either run or throw that joint 100 yards down the field. It was just fun to do, and that's really what we loved about Madden, being able to cheese Vick, not really the whole game in total, you know.
Tokyo Swift.
Fair. It's fair.
You got to
fair.
say to that, man.
I already knew that was gonna be
it's
kind
fair.
of
Like, I mean, like, I get it. It's a fair assessment. I mean, it's wrong, but it's fair. But I mean, like, it's yeah. I mean, like,
what was so good about 04 Madden?
That was basically the playmaker ability. Like that's like 04 and 05 Madden. That was basically the last times that they really like innovated and changed the game. You know, until like what, like the one that came out like a couple years ago. Like,
but I could argue they did that to heighten Mike Vick's.
Oh, of course they did
on the field.
Of course they did. Yeah, because he was doing that in real life. Like
he was. I seen him do that in Philly. Life.
Yeah, it was wild, man.
I seen him do that to the Giants.
Yeah, that was a sad game for the Giants. Okay. My number 4, I'm gonna go Resident Evil. Like, and I know it's like the first one. And I'm gonna put the first one just because I know Jay specifically said don't like not a specific franchise, just a specific game. I'm like, so like to be honest, it's the whole franchise for me. But like, but I'm gonna pick number 1 is because I hate the camera angles. The camera angles are ridiculous. It's like it gets to the point that okay, I get it. You are trying to go for the atmosphere and like, oh man, this is scary and blah blah stuff like that. And it's like, oh, you got jump scares and shit like that. But it just comes out like it works for TV and movies. It doesn't work for video games. Like, and it wasn't honestly even that came out. I think I was like 12 at the time. It wasn't that scary. And it just wasn't like, to me, it just wasn't a fun game. I played it for a while. All right, I'm gonna go to something else. And then especially now, like with hindsight being 2020, not even 2020, glorious 8K. You know, like the zombie, in terms of the zombie genre, games have surpassed it like so much. Like there are games like Left 4 Dead, State of Decay, like that, like things that give you a better hell, even Dead Rising, that give you a better zombie experience. I'm like, it's I mean, like it can definitely get out from me.
Well, Resident Evil walked, so all of those franchises you mentioned can run. So,
true. Like they definitely laid the groundwork for it. But I mean, but to be honest, like I don't understand. I still don't understand why like it was that popular. Like I still don't understand it.
All right, so
storylines.
For me, sticking with the PS4. I mean, PS1. I'm going with Gran Turismo, the first one on the PlayStation. Which is funny because we actually talked about this like 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
like I said, there's 2 Gran Turismo games I've ever liked. There's Gran Turismo 3 on the PS2, and I actually do like Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo 1, I think even in real time, I thought the graphics was not all that compared to PlayStation 1 games. And I just thought I just always thought there was always better racing games. I might give you Gran Turismo 3 as being the best out at the time. But Gran Turismo 1, I just felt like it was run of the mill, nothing really special about it. It just happened to be exclusive to PlayStation. So, but yet people talk about it like it was like the best racing game in the 90s, let alone because they don't count Mario Kart. They say that's like a specialized topic. They don't count that.
That's
but even if you take Mario Kart out,
it's a racing game. It's a racing game.
Right, which I agree. But even if you take Mario Kart out, I still think there's a bunch of games better than Gran Turismo. That's why I put that in at number 4.
They should say Mario is an arcade racing game, while Gran Turismo is a simulation. That would make more sense. Saying Mario Kart is an arcade racing game, but because it's a racing game, trying to take it out of the category of racing is just so Mario won't dominate every category.
Yeah,
let's get to the chat.
It's clearly a racing game. Clearly.
Let's get to the chat and then we'll get on with our list. Jess said, I don't know what number I would rank it, but Guitar Hero is definitely in my overrated list. And yes, I know I'm not one to talk given the Frets on Fire situation.
Yeah, this is like Frets on Fire should be number 1 on that list. Like,
how do y'all feel about that, man? Like, I know especially being Tokyo Swift, he kind of moved on to Rock Band, especially around Rock Band 3. But to say like Guitar Hero, whether it's 1 or 2, I mean, definitely can't say 3. But as in terms of being overrated, what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think that is the Guitar Hero and like the whole franchise is overrated, but it lost its way. It's basically what happened to Guitar Hero is basically what Bungie thought they were going to do with Destiny. Like if that because the creators of Guitar Hero 1 and 2 left Activision and went on to create Rock Band. But Rock Band was actually good and successful, whereas Destiny ended up on my overrated list. That's what they wanted.
The Destiny slander,
because I mean, it makes sense, but I was saying, I don't think that it was overrated. The Guitar Hero was overrated. I don't think it's not better than Rock Band, and honestly, I don't think anybody would dare say that, because hell, Guitar Hero tried to mimic a Rock Band by just like putting out a whole band set, and then, which is weird because you're not a Guitar Hero anymore if you playing drums,
right? I always thought Rock Band was way better. Okay, wait,
because it is.
Well, I mean, I feel like because of, I don't think it's over. I guess it depends on what kind of. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's overrated because of the experience that you get from it. Right, you get to play the good actual guitar, and that kind of it gives you more of an immersive experience. So with that, I can see why people love it so much, because it make you feel like you're on stage. You know what I mean? Especially if you having those nights where you drinking.
Like
you're on stage, you know. So
I had many of those nights.
I completely agree. Like I think if you compare it to Rock Band wins, but I don't think it's overrated in the same breath. I still think it had its time, especially because Guitar 1 and 2, Rock Band wasn't even out yet. So I think at the time it was nothing like it. So I think you got to give it just due. We got a hot take. Halo 3. Because the campaign was much too short. That's Tokyo Swift's face.
Yo, who is this guy, man? We got bots in the chat to cause chaos, man.
Halo 3? Chaos in the chat.
All right. I gotta read this. He said the campaign was much too short and contained too many open spaces where nothing really take place. All right, so we know how we feel about the multiplayer. I'm trying to figure this out. When it comes to the campaign, do y'all feel like Halo 3 is overrated in any sense?
The campaign was
fire. I did see it on one list.
I don't remember
but that list
Halo
was
3
it was just taking all of the popular games and throwing them on a list. So
the campaign was fire. Like, yo, you finished the fight, man. Like that was the whole thing. I'm like, what's happening, man? Like,
So why is we on Halo Infinite or whatever it's called if they finished the fight in 3? They done made 4 and 5, didn't they?
Right.
Because that is a new fight. That's a new fight. Yeah, that's a new fight.
Like, it's like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Mike Green also said
there's always a fight.
He said all the Forzas except the Horizons are overrated. The open world is in for a mad game. It made the game 100 times better. So I actually agree with that. I think the Motorsport series, all of like the official NASCAR style round and round games, like I think are overrated. Personally, it's not my style. Yeah. I think Horizon is just way better.
Yeah, I'm not with driving in a circle either.
I agree with that because it's like
love you too, Jada.
It's like I said, I think last week. I mean, like wrestling games, like yeah, they're great for like arcade games, like where you go to the arcade, you spend a couple coins, you play for a while, and then you move on. I'm not gonna buy like for my house, like it just gets old, man. It gets old really fast.
Mike Green said to me, Guitar Hero started the music movement, but Rock Band is better. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fact.
Damn. What the hell? Yo.
Byron, you are on one today, my boy.
Damn fighting games, fam.
What is wrong with you today? Did Fat Joe do it to you? Fat Joe, he must have still, you never got past Fat Joe.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's move on to
Def Jam fighting games.
Did you get past Fat Joe? All of the whole damn Def Jam, goddamn.
Let's move
on. You would have said Icon. I would have. Yeah, Fat Joe. It was Fat Joe.
Yeah, it definitely was. But let's see. Wait, what you got for number 3, bro?
All right, so this is probably gonna be the most controversial pick that I believe I'm gonna say, because of what it is and what it did for the gaming community as a whole at the time, especially for Xbox. And as an Xbox guy, hopefully Xbox don't see this and get mad, because I want some sponsorships from them in the future. So hey, let's just keep that open. But anyway, I'm just here to be honest.
Take away your Game Pass.
Hey, I pay for that motherfucker. But for me, number 3 is Gears of War 5. And the reason why I put Gears of War 5 up there is because if I'm being honest, I feel like they made the same game 5 times, just with a different storyline, with the same enemies, and it was just nothing different. And while it had a competitive scene, to me, nothing changed. It was just stale. After 5 times doing the same shit, same thing. I'm sorry. The same thing. It just, I don't know. I just couldn't do it like everybody else, man. And my boy Zay, that was his game. So if he see this, he gonna be tight that I'm putting it up on his list. But I'm just being honest,
Yeah, because I was about to say because I was thinking of that too, like because he's the one that put me on to that game.
Damn.
That I don't mind because like honestly, like I kind of agree. Like it's the same game over and over again. Like it's it's just with slightly better graphics like every time.
Right.
And it's the the coolest thing about that game was the gun with the chainsaw on it. But then I'm pretty sure
game.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm pretty sure it's something from Doom anyway. So I was like, all right, man, that's because that's what it's kind of seemed like. It's like, hey, look, let's make a game aim like Doom, but then like let's also make it a tactical cover shooter game. I'm like, nah, fam, you can't have it both ways. Either you got a chainsaw on your machine gun, or you duck it behind corners with the little pistol going pew pew pew, fam. Like you can't do both.
Tokyo Swift, what you got, man?
For mine, I got Sims 4.
I was gonna put Sims in my list, but I didn't.
I got Sims 4, man. I'm like, yo, the game. I was like, yo, it's the game about nothing, man. Like, you don't do you basically, it's literally a game about pretending to live. I'm like, fam, you could just go outside and do that, man. Like it's I mean, like to me, like it's just like it just don't make no sense to me, like to have like out there, man. It's like it's just like I tried it, but it was like, nah, man, you gotta go, man. It's not like this ain't it. I don't understand I don't understand staying the hype around that, man. And I know JJ mad, man, but like, look, it is what it is, man. Like it is.
That's a game where you just live. You can go outside.
Yeah, I'm like, fam, like I know. I like simulation games as much as the next one. Obviously, like I'm playing Civilization, I'm playing City Skyline and stuff like that. I'm playing like these cooking simulators and stuff like that. But I'm doing more stuff, man. I'm like, you literally like, oh, you like your character wake up, chill on the couch, go to work, pay some bills, come home. I'm like, fam, that's what I do in real life, man. Like,
that is not a game.
That's not a game. Yeah, that's not a game. Like this is life.
You want to double up on depression, not me.
That's a trash ass take. That's a trash.
That's
Sims
real.
4 is fire, man. And Sims 5 gonna be fire too. I'm not even gonna even push even further with that because this is probably one might be my most controversial, but I feel like for Yatu, this is my most controversial one. Number 3.
Go ahead and say it.
I promise you have no idea what I'm gonna say. Number 3, but I could explain this shit away. Number 3, I got 1991 Street Fighter 2. I think Street Fighter 2 is the most.
Which one?
2 Turbo?
I'm talking about the one that dropped in 1991. I think Street Fighter 2 is the most overrated fighting game of all time. Love the characters, but I think it's the most overrated fighting game of all time. I think Tekken. Now, granted, it came out in 91. I know a lot of other games came afterwards, but I think when you talk about the greatest fighting games, I always see it pop up. I don't care if it's Championship Edition. I don't care if it's Turbo. I'm like, it is not. It's hot then. I give you hot in the early 90s. Once you get to the late 90s, cut it. Street Fighter 2.
But wait. Where I'm confused about what your take is, right? You say it was hot in the 90s, which means that it was properly rated.
Hot in the early 90s.
Yeah, when it dropped in the early 90s. Yeah. But the 95 you want to give it, right? It was hot. So like where does it become overrated?
No. So it was hot in terms of when it came out, and I'm sure it was hot when it came out in 91. I think once MK dropped, it was a wrap. And then Tekken piled on to it, and all the other games that came in the late 90s, early 2000s piled on to it. I think it doesn't belong in the top fighting games of all time list.
See, like you seem like you kind of had a point until you mentioned Tekken. I'm like yo, Tekken, it's not better. It's not better.
Fighter, like they're better.
For virtual
fighter. Yeah. Oh my god!
Street Fighter 3 Alpha is better too.
Street Fighter 3 Alpha, like no, like Street Fighter 3 Alpha was not better
better than Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Nah,
it is like it literally is like.
And a virtual fighter, nah.
Virtual fighter, like see now you being hateful.
Yeah, you being disrespectful. Ain't no way you really thinking
virtual fighter.
I think most people when they think Street Fighter, they think about fighting Blanca.
Street Fighter 2.
No,
yeah,
I know.
Street Fighter 2.
When they think about Street Fighter 2, they think about fighting Blanca, getting electrocuted, fighting E Honda and all that, and that's all great. Zing. But they're thinking about playing it with the Genesis or the Super Nintendo. It's all nostalgia. It's not rooted in substance. It's all nostalgia. Because I'm telling you right now, if y'all turned on Street Fighter 2 right now, y'all playing maybe one match and you're turning it off.
What's the difference between Mortal Kombat? Now I would probably do the run up the whole arcade. But what's the difference between like Mortal Kombat? Think about the games that came around this time. Like
better Mortal characters, better story. Even if because back then both games story was just text. I get that. Better better fighting system, better story, had the gore, the fatalities. I think when by the time MK2 dropped in 93, I think for Street Fighter 2 was a wrap. And I know Turbo dropped to compete against it. I understand this, but what I'm saying is it was a wrap.
No, I'm saying like Mortal Kombat was like as a franchise was always better than Street Fighter and always going to be better than Street Fighter. Like in terms of like fighting style, play style, storylines, like etc. Hell, even the movies like cause like that Street Fighter movie was a bit visible. But
I was about to say like, Street Fighter don't really expand on their story either, though. Like
it really don't. It's basically like dudes meet up in the street and fight. Like that's it. Like it's like the recipe is in the name.
That's the name,
but the recipe is in the name on that one. But yeah, but it's like I don't know. I mean, like overrated like in terms of fighting games. I'm like I think like it's no. No.
Yeah, overrated.
No. Like,
let's get to the chat, man. Let's get to the chat. Jess said, "I'm not a Sims person, but that's crazy." Mike Green
I
said,
agree with Bo. I ain't going front.
Mike Green said, "Love the simulator games. I don't know why, because
I like them too, man.
It's Bruce like, Almighty, man. You get to play God, man. You get to control everything. Whether it's this or City Skylines or whatever. That's the simulator games just have a knack to, if you're a creative person and you have the time and the patience, right? It's just fun to be able to control stuff, whether it's creating cities, buildings, whether you're playing lawn simulator. It's just fun, man.
Lawn simulator, what the fuck?
There's a bunch of
bro, I'm not downloading the game to cut lawns. Not doing
that. There's a bunch, fam. Like there's a simulator game called Power Washer.
I have played that.
Two. There's just two games. There's Power Washer. Like
I have played Power Washer, and I do think that game is fun. It's real. It's very.
All you doing is like fam. Like a lot of these simulator games as well, but they are helpful though. There is this simulator game on Game Pass where it's basically you run a computer shop. And like, and you're supposed to be like fixing computers, or you're supposed to be like building computers for people. And like, and my wife used that game to like basically like the practice like before she actually built her own PC. Right. So like, because you can actually use like, because I guess it's like sponsored or something like that. So you could use like real world like parts and stuff like that, like graphic cards and stuff like that.
It's kind of like car simulator.
And
exactly.
Sims,
so
and in Sims 4, there's relationships. You could find out what the hell.
No.
I'm telling y'all, Sims 4 is
somebody don't want to play Sims 4 to be in an episode of Jerry Springer. I'm like,
you out here taking a relationship advice from Sims, man. I'm like, man, I don't know how that's gonna go, man. I wouldn't recommend that.
Just said it's okay that you're MK super fan. You don't have to come for Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. So, like I like MK2, man, but like fam, like this is crazy.
That's also said I love Power Wash Simulator. I was just gonna say that when you brought that up. I downloaded that game. I was like, Jess, you got to play this new game. It's fire. She didn't know what it was. She ended up playing that game for hours. like yo, this game is mad fun. It's kind of wild.
Just washing somebody's backyard for hours. One backyard. That joint is crazy, but it's fun.
Byron Hurd said, "Yo, my wife just hooked on the lawn simulator. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I could be a landscaper now because of it." Like,
yeah,
but that's how it be though. But that's how it be because like once you play these lists, okay, I feel I can do this because I'm like I play a lot of City Skylines like that. I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure I could design a kick-ass city, man. Like right now, fam. Like I know all about my role hierarchy and all that, man.
All right, yo, let's get back to the list. If you're just joining us, we are doing our top 5 most overrated games. Just a quick recap. Number 5, Wave had X Defiant, Swift had Destiny, I have Fortnite. Number 4, Wave had Madden 2004. Swift had Resident Evil. I had Gran Turismo. Number 3, Wave had Gears of War 5. Swift had The Sims 4, and I had Street Fighter 2. Wade, what is your number 2?
Street Fighter 2 is such a trash take.
Wow, man. This
two.
is it's not even controversial, it's just wrong. Like,
yeah. Oh wow. For me, my second is Portal 2.
Ooh.
And I know people love this game. For me, it was very stupid. I ain't gonna lie. You just running around shooting portals and shit. It was just too. I mean, it just added a layer to a shooting game to me that didn't need to be there. And I get they was trying to be innovative. I just think it was a miss for both of them. But you said choose, so I choose 2. I played that one. I didn't play the first one. But for me, Portal 2 is overrated. I don't see what everybody love about it. Yeah, I just think they didn't need to add that to an FPS game to me, in my opinion.
Anyways,
hey, I said I already knew it was gonna be controversial, but that's
that's not controversial. You want to see controversial? I'm gonna show you controversial.
What
right
you got,
here. My number 2 is Smash Melee. Yeah,
Smash
like
Melee.
for game GameCube. I'm like, yo, you want to talk about on the nostalgia? Have you played that game recently? Yes. That game is so slow. That game is very, very, very slow. The hitboxes are ridiculous, and and the edge garden, it was insane. Like, it got to the point where they had to revamp it for the next game moving forward, because it was just like the edge garden was just like it was insane. Now I will say, like, it definitely pushed Smash into the territory it is now, with the extra moves set, with the extra special move, and and a bunch of extra characters and stuff like that. But most of those characters were characters that they wanted to put in initially in the 64 version. They just didn't have the space. So I think that in terms of the story mode, Brawl, the game after it did a much better job of the melee. I still think that all the other games subsequently is honestly I wouldn't put it people still play Melee for time to time for some reason. I don't get it, because it's so slow. I cannot stand it. I can't play it. For me, it's unplayable.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yo, calm out, son. Yo, Super Smash Brothers Melee is number 2. Yo,
I'm surprised hearing that from Mo.
I swear you changed that because I put Street Fighter 2 on there. There's I didn't. Had that on
I
there.
did. I did it. I can show you the list that I got.
So then I asked you, what the hell you thinking?
He wants to get you back.
I just explained it. I just explained it. It's so play. Actually play it. Play. Don't even play Ultimate, because that's not fair. Play Brawl or play the one for the Wii U, and then go back and play Melee. It's so slow. The hitboxes are ridiculous. It's not as fun. It's not as fun.
You realize a lot of people say it's the best one of all time, though, right?
I do realize that, and that's why it's overrated. Because that's why it's overrated.
Yo, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. That makes my number seem so much smoother. All right. Let me get my number 2 though, real quick. My number 2, I got Resident Evil. So Tokyo Swift had it on his list. I think Resident Evil, I'm gonna be honest, like I said, and y'all know because we spoke about it on this show this year. I think Resident Evil 2 is damn near a 10 out of 10. I think that game is fantastic. I absolutely love that game. With that said, playing through Resident Evil 1, I don't even know how a sequel got made. That's how bad Resident Evil. I think like that's why I said when we did the sequels list, I was like Resident Evil 2, I should have had on the list high because again, to me, it's the biggest leap. It went from what I thought was a trash game to an excellent game. Like most of the camera angles in one is practically unplayable, man. I think if it wasn't for the fact that it was like a groundbreaking horror game and they tried their best to do jump scares and stuff, in 1990, was it 5?
I think 5.
I think that's why it's remembered. But I think most people would I could be wrong, but I think most people actually they're thinking of Resident Evil 2 when they talk about how good Resident Evil 1, because some of the stuff they talk about is not even in that first game. I think Resident Evil, again, I don't know how a sequel even got made. It's like that's how bad that first one is.
Resident Evil 1 was not as, I mean, it wasn't as good as everybody make it seem, but it wasn't as well. I guess that make it overrated. I can't even argue. Not for Resident Evil. Not the first one.
When it comes to Smash Bros, Jess said what?
Like, yo,
that was for Portal 2.
I'm saying, fam, go back and play it, man. Go back and play it. Like it's so slow. It's so actually you don't even gotta go back and play it. Literally just like pull up 2 screens like or for your YouTube and put them side by side, like because it's so slow.
I mean, okay, but so let me ask you this. Power Stone 1 to Power Stone 2. Power Stone 1 is slower. Marvel's Capcom 1 is slower than Marvel's Capcom 2.
Power Stone 2, Marvel's Capcom 2.
No. Like it's not saying I'm not saying that it's slow, it's bad because it's slow. I'm saying like it's so slow, like to the point where it's like it's not like it's methodical and you got to it's actually like you're watching it in slow motion, like it looks like it's lagging now, like it's just like the jumping is slow, like the movement is slow, like everything about the game, even when you're flying back, like it feels like I can recover from this. I died. Like how? Like it just everything about it just feels slow. Like it feels like you're swimming in the ocean somewhere, man. Like they just it's just crazy, man.
Concrete boots on.
Yeah, it's wild, man. I'm telling you, like after this, like pull up a screen, I have some gameplay, like with the same characters, like they say like Mario versus Luigi or something like that, and like in Brawl, and then play Mario versus Luigi in Melee. It's like I'm telling you, it's like night and day, man.
So just so I got you right, you're saying that because in real time, obviously, it's better than the one for the 64. Not knowing, and then once you got to Brawl, that's when you felt that way.
Yeah. No, I mean, because basically when I went back to play, because it was a couple years ago when I was still living out in Cali, I went to there's a spot in San Francisco called the Foundry, which is a cool place. Like if anybody's ever out there, go there if it's still open. I'm not sure. It's been a while for me, but it's basically it's a video game like a spot. You go to it's almost like a barcade. Okay. But it's just like more like it's just consoles and stuff like that. Like and then but it's more geared toward. They have other games, but they're more geared towards Smash. They got every Nintendo console, so you can play Smash for 64. You can play Smash Melee, Brawl, Wii U, or all the way up to Ultimate, right? So I remember let me hop on. Let me play Melee for a while. I was like, yo, what is this? What's happening? It's like, yo, it feels like I feel like I got like ankle weights on, man. It's like, yo, this is crazy, fam.
Wave, I think I figured it out. So we're talking about Smash Melee. We're talking about 2001, right?
Mm-hmm.
No Lucas, no King D.
He was trash.
However,
no.
Game & Watch is in the game.
Oh,
it's
you
the
was
ass
whooping
whooping
them.
Teeth taking that game. Then
Okay,
you
The ass
found
all
your
right.
whooping
cheat
is like
code
so
in
so
Lucas,
so
and
so the
that's what it
lies
became.
Yeah, he was
That's what
trash.
it became.
so the lies you tell like that's what you're saying like you want to come over here and lie like
I
that's what
cannot
like
believe this. I
that's
cannot believe this shit.
because like
Wait, was those characters
because
in the game? Because
No, they were
no
not in the game.
but before I was playing with Lucas, I was playing with Ness. So
That
I
is
mean,
true.
like, and then Ness was in the first 2 games. So I mean,
But
like, it's
Mr.
like,
Game
it
and
don't
Watch
mean nothing.
debuted in that game, and you had no answer.
Yeah, everybody else like Mr. Game Watch is trash, man. Mr.
All
Game
right,
Watch is garbage, man.
let's move on, man. Before I look up, like, Wave,
Do
what
you
you
need to
got for
do,
number
man.
one, man?
all right, so number one is a more recent game. And it was a game that actually recently won Game of the Year. And I really don't understand why it won Game of the Year. I'm just gonna say it, Baldur's Gate 3. I don't feel like this game was as good as everybody made it seem. First of all, it's a point and click game in 2024 on on Nelly Internet. You know what I'm saying? They got us clicking and pointing to go places. That doesn't make sense. I don't care what the story mode is. If I gotta click and watch my dude walk, and I'm watching him, and I have a controller in my hand, why am I watching him walk? I can do it myself.
Yeah,
and people was like, "Oh, this is fire. This is Game of the Year." They are fried. They're fried. I can't do it. I can't do it. I would never give a game where you cannot walk your own self in this time of day.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
The Game of the Year. How does it deserve that? And then it's like a top-down joint. Like, where's this awesome graphics? People were spending days to make a character to look at him from the top of his head, looking at the top of his fade the whole time. You spent they even have a part in the game where you could make the genitalia a certain way. And they spent all this time just to look at him above the head.
Yeah.
They walking around looking like Pokemon Red and Gold and Silver after spending 30 years making a motherfucker. That doesn't make sense.
Damn, man, like gang banging on Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like, to be honest, like I can't even. I haven't played it. I haven't watched any of it. I don't even like because it to me, like anytime I hear about a game and it's like, oh, like, but this is like the second one or the third one, I'm like, in my mind, it's like, yo, I missed the train. So like, yeah, because honestly, like, oh, you gotta play Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like, Baldur's Gate 3. Right. Wait, so are you saying that there are 2 more games? Like
right.
I never heard of this shit. So yeah, so it's like, all right, man. I guess I missed it. But yeah, like what Wade said, man. I'm like, yo, I'm not pointing to click icking. Like it's
at this day and age, I feel you on that.
I made it on time for the train. I just turned around and went back home.
I'm not gonna lie, Wave. I got nervous at first. I thought you was gonna say It Takes Two because I remember that controversy.
I thought it, yeah.
I thought you was gonna say It Takes Two.
I thought that's what you're gonna say too. Because I was like, fam, don't you do it, man?
I haven't played It Takes Two, so I can't. Because you said you gotta play it with somebody, so I can't give it a proper assessment without the proper experience.
Fam, play with the wifey because like that's what it's for. Because like that, honestly, like that's what I did with my wife. Like for our 10-year anniversary, like we ended up playing it. I was like, yo, this is a fun ass game, man. Like our daughter was watching us play it too because it's child friendly.
Yeah.
So like she was watching us play it, and I was like, and she was like, and she had the galaxy brain question. It's like, oh, I want to play. Like, can we play It Takes 3? I'm like, damn. I would love to play that game. Like, yo, like they need to make it. It Takes 3. I'm like, who do I need to call like to make that happen, man? Like,
what?
Please go play that game.
Wait, the last thing I will say before Tokyo Swift goes, Baldur's Gate 3 got a fan base, so I'm sure that's not the end of that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up? If you a point and click fan and you gonna come at me for that. Do your thing, bro. We just gonna have to go at it. Because that's the worst thing they could have put in that game, a point and click system on console.
Tokyo Swift, what you got, man?
I'm sure, like if you've been standing next to me for the last 10 years, like then you already know what I'm going to say is number one. And people gonna be mad, but you know exactly what I'm gonna say. Like it's like, yo, number one for me is The Last of Us, man. Like, yo,
I knew it was
yo,
coming.
it's like the most, like, cause fam, don't get it twisted. The story, 12 out of 10, 12 out of 10. But the show, amazing, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But it's a video game. The point of a video game is not to like watch a story, it's to play the game. The game is not fun to play. The game is like it's one of those games where I'll just pull it up on like YouTube and just watch the cutscenes and be content with that. Because like anytime where I feel like I don't need to play the game to enjoy the game, it's not a good game. It's not a good game for me. So it's like, because that's like, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's the best game ever. No, it's not. It's the best story ever, and that's why they made it into a TV show, because it was such a great story that people needed to see it, and people who don't even play video games are on it. Like
is it the best story ever? I mean, Metal Gear Solid. Twisted Metal got a show.
It's not the best. It's not the best story. But it's a great story. Like
it
I said,
is.
It's just a 12 out of 10 story for me.
Yeah,
great show. But in terms of playing the actual game, I don't want to play it. I'll watch somebody else play it, or I mean, like in what, once I played through it one time, there's no reason for me to play it again. I already know what happens. So it's like, there's no part of the game. It's like, oh man, I really love the part where I did this or I did that or something like that. It's like I can just watch. Like I don't feel like needing to play it. Like, and the point of a video game is to play it. Right. There's zero replayability out of it. Like the mechanics aren't really like anything like groundbreaking. Not that it has to be groundbreaking, but I mean, but it's still the same run of the mill. Honestly, it's kind of like a Resident Evil. Like it was like where like you take it, you just scavenging with stuff, crafting stuff. Like X plus Y equals Z, and just put it together. And now I can make this. I mean, it's like in terms of that. I mean. And it technically had a multiplayer. Did anybody play it? Because it's like because it was trash, man. Like it's I mean, like I was saying, I mean, like it's a great story. I love the story. Like I can't wait for season two to come out, like for the show. But I'm not held like good. Like and I know you said just the game, not the franchise, but like The Last of Us 2, I never even finished that. I never even finished like the second game, because Ghost of Tsushima came out, and Ghost of Tsushima is a fun game with a great story. So it's a fun to play and a great story. That's what they have. They just have a fun story, a great story, not fun to play.
And I'm sure if somebody stumbles upon this, they're going to argue about because right now there's a big culture with Mortal Kombat who watches the story mode right online. Right. They'll review it, they'll react to it too. Yeah, but they don't want to play it. I think it's different because there's a big genre of people who don't like fighting games, right? It's different. Yeah. The Last of Us is not a fighting game. The Last of Us is a story game, story adventure game. You're supposed to play through the story. So at first when you said The Last of Us, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. I do remember you saying that multiple times, but then the way when you said that, I was like, it is kind of a dull playthrough. Yeah. You get more enticed with the story than actually sitting there physically playing that. So I'm not as mad as I thought I'd be on that. Wave, what's your thoughts on that? On The Last of Us?
The same, like because at first I was ready to be like, bro, that was a trash take. But like when you actually think about it, the gameplay seems like a filler to the story. Like it makes sense. Like
it comes second to the story. Like
to be honest, it's kind of how I feel about Spider-Man 2018. Like the story mode of it, I thought was great, but y'all know my critiques of the fighting system with the one button, right?
Yeah.
Hitting the
Yeah,
one
it's
button
like it's like
over
it's
and
like
over.
this, like this is how you beat Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just like
got to
just keep
press
pressing.
Y one time in the mix of all of that.
All right. So Wave got Baldur's Gate 3. Tokyo Swift got The Last of Us. Here comes the controversy.
My man be scrambling eggs, pressing X. Like, what you doing, playing Spider-Man?
Here comes the controversy. All right, number one, I got a game that was rated 10 out of 10, damn near across the board, 97 on Metacritic, one of the highest review scores of all time.
Don't you dare say it.
Franklin, Trevor, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Ah, okay. Now I thought you were gonna say Breath of the Wild, fam.
No,
I was like,
no.
I was about to cut the feed, yo. Like,
nah. Grand Theft Auto 5. One, I think people look. It's definitely the most expansive Grand Theft Auto game to date. What they did with it, obviously, at the time you're working with the tail end of the 360 / the new at the time the new gen is. I like the 3-tiered story mode and everything, but I'm like. I'm not. I still think Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, and San Andreas is all better. The fact that it got 10s across the board and some of the other games didn't, I think is just. I think Grand Theft Auto. I think they're going to do the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 6. Whether it's a good game or not, it's going to get 10s across the board. It's going to get a high score. Metacritic, and everyone's going to fall in love with the game for the first 10 months or whatever. I know people are still playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I think literally they fell in love with the Grand Theft Auto franchise, and at the time, and now it's the only game to play. Unless you want to go back and play for nostalgia's sake, I think, honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I think Red Dead 2 is better than Grand Theft Auto 5. I just think, I just like the aesthetic of Grand Theft Auto better. So shout out to Daryl Miner. It's not the greatest game of all time, but I do think it's better. I just like the aesthetic in the world of Grand Theft Auto more than Red Dead. I think Red Dead, I just think Grand Theft Auto 5 is just like it's the most successful game of all time technically, and 6 is going to break that probably within the first week. I just think at this point I think Grand Theft Auto 5 is literally the most overrated game of all time. I don't know how the hell it's gotten this long. There's rumors they're putting out another DLC pack towards the end of this year, and people are going to play it, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. So it's kind of how we talk about Madden, where they just play it just to play it, or 2K. I literally think Grand Theft Auto has fallen to that now, where they just throwing shit out for DLC's sake, and people are playing it because it's the only thing out.
Nah, fam. Like people been playing it. Like you don't play a game for 10 years and it be overrated, fam. Like like that's just not something that happens, man. Like it's come out on 3 different generations of consoles. Like 4, and it's been hanging around for a reason. I'm like, it's properly rated. Like it's properly rated because especially because I would think if that was the norm for video games, right? Oh yeah, of course everybody's playing this game from like 2013 still. I'm like what other game from 2013 is anybody playing?
What other
game? Not Red Dead Redemption.
Like yeah,
Black
it's like
Ops 2.
Black
they still
Ops
playing Red Dead 2 now. I mean, obviously it didn't come out 2013.
Red Dead, yeah.
Red Dead 2
I'm joking. They still
Red Dead 2 came out in 2018. I mean, Red Dead 2 came out and the people still playing that because like they out here riding around on a horseback, man. Like it takes too long to get places. Like so
the same
like
thing
they can't
could be
finish the
said
story.
for GTA 5 too, though. Just to play devil advocate, because there's no other games out like GTA 5. So there's no outside of Red Dead, but you still can't do everything. Like you can't fly on cars and blow stuff up in Red Dead like you can do in GTA 5. I know you can blow stuff up, but not in the same fashion. You can ride tanks, you could do mad stuff, all of the crazy stuff you could do in GTA. And I don't want to say it out because I know I'm trying to be a little family friendly today. So yeah. I know what I'm trying to say. I know where I'm trying to get. There's a lot of things you can do on GTA 5 outside of doing all the chaos that you can't do anywhere else. So of course people gonna come to that. And if the graphics, I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't venture to say 3 is better. 4, in my opinion, maybe slightly there, but that's an argument.
Let me ask you this: before the RP dropped, if we just going game at launch to game at launch to game at launch, do y'all think 3 and 4 are better than Grand Theft Auto 5?
In my opinion,
no.
No. And it's
really,
and it's because, well, obviously it was a build on it. So like, you know, I guess Rockstar, what I'm trying to say is Rockstar was able to do what a lot of people wasn't able to do, and that's progress on your franchise. You know what I'm saying? Usually people go backwards, but with the graphics enhancing and the story, there's a bunch of hood stories you could come up with. So GTA got like a whole lot of those they could kind of go through. But you know, with the stories, the way they kind of cycle between the 3 of them, I think they did a good job. And the multiplayer, the online multiplayer aspect of it too was crazy before RP. So even if RP wasn't coming out, people were still gonna play GTA 5 online like crazy. It's still there right now to this day. I went on. They just actually separated the online GTA from the actual game, like the multiplayer, not RP. So you have to pay $20, and mad people done cop that. So the GTA 5 is still alive and kicking, even without RP.
It's alive and kicking because the game is still supported. The PS2 died in 2009, but did it really? No, like it actually died in like 2005, 2006.
But like remasters, they dropped Grand Theft Auto 4.
It's really like the only game that you like that teeters on NC-17 / rated M for mature, right? Like the game should have a technically X rating of the stuff that you could do in it. It's just the fact that, look, put it this way: if Grand Theft Auto 6 drops, and it's going to do numbers, right? It's going to be probably the highest selling game of all time. But if that game ain't substantially good, we gonna have a combo of Grand Theft Autos in the damn decline from a substance wise.
See, I mean, what's gonna happen? They gonna go back to 5.
Yeah,
nobody went back to 4.
Yeah,
because
4 was on 360.
Going back to 4 would be going back to the middle days of the 360. The technology.
Both of them was, what I'm saying is, both
it was still good though.
360.
Yeah,
right?
Both. Yes.
Just like 6 was gonna come out for Series X. If you go back to 5, that's like going back to 360 or Xbox One, or you know what I'm saying, or mid new gen or current gen, whatever you want to call it, right? It's the same kind of concept. But if 6 is trash, you know how I feel about 6, you know my opinion on that, they gonna go back to 5 playing RPs and all that, where they, you know, all of that stuff.
People are talking about RPs. Grand Theft Auto has always been a story-based mission. That's why we can rattle off the names of the protagonist, I guess protagonists, but like we could rattle off the names like that. The fact is, we know CJ, right? And I know everybody knows the ones from 5 because we all played it. It didn't hit as hard. I'm telling y'all, yo.
Yeah, it's not like Nico Bailey or none of those other dudes.
Well, yeah, it didn't hit as hard because instead of one guy, there was 3. So I mean,
right?
So it's like,
I think they needed it.
The time. So you had to split the time, but it was something like innovative, like because they never did that before. But but it was like it still hit. It still hit. Like it was pretty good. And it was telling basically they was I guess they was watching too many Marvel movies. They was basically just take it one story, and then combine it for it in the Avengers level threat at the end. But honestly, I think that is it's like I said. You don't play a game for a game that's last for over 10 years and be overrated. It's just like you can't have that much life, that many players, still millions of people still playing this game 10 years later. There are kids that are playing this game now that weren't even born when the game came out.
If Madden 2004 dropped and the next one came out in 2014, people would have played Madden 2004 for 10 years.
Nah, I don't
they
think
would have.
I don't think
What?
so.
I would say this though. That character you was referring to on GTA 5, that's Trevor. People love Trevor because of because the way he is. Like you could be Michael walking around and then go to Trevor. He's laying on the side of a road with a dress on, drinking a beer, just chilling. Right. So like that character for people is Trevor. I know a lot of other people liked what's his name, LD, which was Franklin Mann's. Because his personality, he was a kooky
big
dude.
Dog,
He was
big
straight.
nuts.
Right. Like you know what he said LD stand for, so I ain't gotta say it for him. You feel me? But that's like people love that. You know, they characters was jumping off the page, and it ain't just the main. I don't even know you call these dudes protagonists. They was robbing banks and killing people.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. It's a Grand Theft Auto pro and like, don't
call them antagonists in a pro.
Don't get me wrong. I got fond memories playing Grand Theft Auto 5. It came out when I was in college, so I got fond memories of playing through the story. I just think like because they now look up any top 10 games of all time. Grand Theft Auto 5 pops up on it, and that's to me what makes it overrated. I'm like, chill, pump the brakes, y'all. Like, because like for example,
not like it's.
But I would venture to say they got more characters in their game that pop out.
People will tell you right now if there's a Smash Brothers tournament that is official, they're playing Melee. I know Tokyo Swift don't like the slow style, but it is beloved and they're playing Melee. People still play The Sims 4 as they wait for The Sims 5. When we talked about The Sims, that's why I said they're kind of on the Grand Theft Auto stuff because they literally elongated the gap for just to keep putting out the DLC packs. The only difference was for like the first 2 or 3 years after, they were putting them out for free, right? Where Grand Theft Auto was charging. Now, and then they started charging, and that was when I was like, yo, they're kind of on the Grand Theft Auto stuff, where it's like they elongated it. So there are games that people are playing just because it's the last offering. You know what I mean? Like even something like a wrestling game, people was playing 2K19 forever while they waited in that gap because 2K20 was so glitchy that they played 2K19 for like a good 3 or 4 years. So when it's the last offering, people will still play it.
But 3 or 4 years is not 10. Like 3 or 4 years, especially in terms of like video game years. He's talking about Look at where we came from. Like in 10 years, like in 10 years ago, like the Xbox One and PS4 just dropped. Look at the difference in graphical power and computing power that's come out. Like 3 or 4 years is a big jump in the hell. Like think about it in like the 90s. In 1992 from 1996, that's four years. We went from like 16-bit like Sonic games to fully 3D open world Super Mario games. Like so that's a big jump, man. Like especially 10 years, 10 that's to be honest. 10 years in a video game in terms of video game shelf life, that's a lifetime. Like it's like I said, you don't play like nobody plays games like on a regular basis for 10 years, especially games like not just it's niche, like there's like a couple of people here and there. Millions of people are still playing this game, man. Millions.
There's nothing out like Grand Theft Auto 5. They have nothing like it to play. The only difference was the only thing even close was Red Dead Redemption, and a lot of them jumped over in 2019, beat that game. And then because the thing is Grand Theft Auto, like I'll give Rockstar's credit, they keep putting stuff out to keep the game hot. You know what I mean? My point is people are still playing Sims 4 as they wait for Sims 5. People play City Skylines while waiting for City Skylines 2. They play the simulation game.
People are still playing City Skylines.
Well, yeah.
They kind of have to.
Right.
But I'm just saying GTA they went because they started in 360. GTA 4 and GTA 3 was on 360 because it was compatible, if I'm not mistaken. So with the Xbox One, they also bought 4 and 3 over there too. So they could have as simply just say, "Yo, 5 is not there. I'm gonna go back to 4," and now it's over here. So they could do. I feel like
if they kept the same schedule at the time, we wouldn't be having this combo. They could have did the same thing between 3 and 4.
Because we be on Grand Theft Auto 10 right now. Like they could have the same schedule. Yeah,
my point is, we would have felt the same way about 4 if they had the same gap. We would have felt the same way about San Andreas. Hell, even Vice City. Vice City had no time to breathe. The shit came out 14 months later. Like, it had no time to breathe.
To be honest, if you want to put a Grand Theft Auto game on an overrated list, it's definitely Vice City.
No, it's Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's definitely Vice City.
Because people can't admit that. People can admit there's better games than Vice City. People act like Grand Theft Auto 5 is the best, and it's not. That's the thing.
Better than Vice City.
It's better than Vice City. Yeah, like,
Vice City,
like,
but we're talking about overrated. That's the difference.
Like, to me personally, I like San Andreas better than 5, but 5 is still like it's still 10 out of 10. It's just that like San Andreas was an 11 out of 10 for me. So I mean, it's like yeah, I mean,
if they took all the online features in 5 in terms of the RP and put them in 4, people would say Grand Theft Auto 4 is a better game, has a better story.
Nah. I don't think so. I don't think so because a lot of people didn't like 4 just because like there were things that would take, because like the fact that you couldn't like fly in in the fourth one, the fact that like, I mean, honestly, it kind of made it hard to drive in the 4th one because I mean it was basically set in New York City and it's kind of hard to drive in New York City. You know? So I mean, like a lot of people didn't like that, like. Nobody really wanted to go to New Jersey, the New Jersey section, so they that's why exactly, and that's why they literally made the DLC like that it takes place all in. It's like, yo, please come over here. We built all this shit, you know, like,
I'm good.
Yeah, so he's like, nah, I'm good, man, I'm good. Don't worry about it. But it's
saying,
like because even it was the first Grand Theft Auto game with DLCs too.
I'm just saying, Jay, you said Street Fighter 2 is also overrated. That shit is trash.
Yeah, it's like,
so saying GTA 5, that's kind of par for the course. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give you no more of a hard time. It is your opinion. Well.
All right, what was your honorable mention then?
So I got wait.
Nah, Jay, you go first, man. Let's see what you got.
Bet. So my honorable mention, and this is a game that I could be honest that like I like the remake, but I'm going Tomb Raider, the original PS1 Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah.
That's like definitive editions.
No.
Bro, no.
I love like I said, I love the remakes that they did and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the original one, again, talking about camera angles, and it's just like
the boxiness, man.
Yeah,
like she had triangle titties, man. It was crazy.
The bears was looking like a big refrigerator with legs. Table legs.
Who's going next for your honorable mention?
I'll go. Like I got 2 kind of, man. Like I got a 1A and 1B. My 1A is the Division. The Division. I'm like, yo, fam, because I like everybody else. I was hyped for, oh, that's crazy. Blah, blah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I know why you don't like the Division.
I can't wait to play that. Jumbo, blah blah, stuff like that. I'm like, fam, the bullet sponging is insane, man. Yeah. It's like, look. Okay, cool. If this dude is like armored up to to the core, you know, blah blah, whatever. Okay, yeah, he can take some hits, man. There's dudes shirtless with a fucking fitted on, and like just sponging, baby. I'm like, man, what's that fit made of, man? Like he got the 50 cent bullet. Like, it's like, yo, what's happening, man? Like, why won't you die? I feel like Freddy Krueger, like, yo, why won't you die, man? Like, yo, why won't you die? Like, what's going on, man? I was like, yo, like this, like, it was bothering me. I was like, yo, you know what? Like, this is not it, man. This is not it for me. I cannot play this game anymore. I don't understand how people play it. Like, it's just like, it's wild. People are like, oh, you got to get better guns. I'm like, I don't need a better gun to shoot an unarmed person in the face and they don't die. Like, it don't make sense, man.
It do be crazy especially when they got the bat and run up on you and smash you with it. Like, bro, I just hit you with 100 rounds.
Yeah, it's like,
You only
fam,
had the shiesty on.
I shot you 10
sweater.
times. I shot you 10 times with a gun. You hit me 3 times with a bat, and I'm dead. Like, it's like,
Right,
what?
right.
Like what?
Nah, we played
Like,
on the hardest difficulty. They hit you one time. They don't hit you.
yeah,
three.
exactly,
You hit
man.
once.
it's wild, man. So it's like, man, like that's. I was like, nah, like you
Hey,
guys
I
can
ever
keep
played the
that.
Warriors on Xbox? That's how
Yeah,
they hit you with the bat.
yeah.
Run up on you, smash you across the head with the bat. Like
Like they
yeah,
like I heard some rumors like they was thinking about like actually like remaking that game.
I heard that
that
too.
dream was
Yep.
so fun. I used to play that right after school. Had mad fun playing that.
All right, wait,
I
what you got?
100% at that. Oh, my drink was already said. That's why I didn't want to like. I probably should have said it first because it was.
Okay.
It was Sims 4. Everything Mo said, like yo, I was already thinking about putting Sims on my list, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. And then like we said honorable mentions, and both said everything. He said, I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm just why not? Because I agree with everything he said. Like nobody want to play a
Disrespectful,
real
man.
life simulator.
Nah, I mean it's true,
I'm
fam. It's true.
going through that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not true.
What is it? The
Yeah, it's
7th? I just
like
paid those
yeah.
6 months ago.
Right, fam. It's
More.
like imagine sitting down, starting a video game up, and then going to work, and then trying to figure out how you gonna pay these bills, like in the video game, fool. It's like yo,
you get up like,
nah,
damn,
it's not
I'm
for
really
me.
gonna pay these bills in real
Yeah,
life.
I'm really gonna pay these bills. Yeah, I'm like, nah, man, nah, it's a no for me.
You had to
Nah,
take
yo,
therapy on Sims and in real life.
Yo, but but I do have a 1B though, that I kind of like. I'll start to put in, but there was just a little bit too much in there. I would say GoldenEye 64, man.
I knew that. So that I thought that was going to be on your actual list.
Yeah, because it's like
on actual list.
Because honestly. Yeah, it did not age well. Like, and I thought, I like the nostalgia hit me. I'm like, oh, GoldenEye was the best. Blah blah blah. So, like, I remember a couple years ago, like I went to my dude house, oh yeah, I got it on the projector. Yo, let's play some GoldenEye. Blah blah. So, like, okay, cool. I'm playing it. I was like, yo, what is this garbage, man? Like, did it used to be this? Like, it's like, yo, the controls are trash. Like the controls are trash, the guns are whack. Like it's just so boxy and like it's just like I tell people all the time, it's like yo, he's like GoldenEye. I'm like go like that's not even the best James Bond game. Like forget best games. Nightfire was way better. Nightfire was better. Like I wish more people play that. Like
low key though, I blame Halo. Once Halo came out with its control and it was so smooth, you could still play Halo 1 on the original Xbox right now. That's how smooth the controls are. I blame it for that. I thought that was going to be on your list. That I didn't quite know what was going to be on Wave's list. The only one I thought for sure that you would have is GoldenEye and Last of Us. I'm surprised it didn't actually make the actual list.
Yeah,
I know y'all thought Ghost of Tsushima was going to be on mine.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't disrespect Ghost like that.
Because I am on record saying that I don't necessarily like the game. But that's one of the games, although I don't like it, I can see that it's innovative. I can see it had a good story. So I respect it, right? I feel the same way about I feel the same way about Elden Ring. Not quite my style of game, to be honest, but I can see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why games like that, Final Fantasy, I can say the same thing. Like those games aren't my style. But I can respect Final Fantasy
6. I started to say
it crossed my mind too.
Yo,
both of y'all.
I tried to like. I keep trying to play. I keep trying to play Final Fantasy 7, and I just cannot do it, man. This is like it's like I just get so bored. I don't want to play this game anymore. It's like I was like I don't care. I don't care for this game.
I don't care what y'all say.
Byron Hurd said, "I know JB gonna kick me out for this one. I'm not the one who got the problem with this. That's fun, but I got Zelda Breath of the Wild on my list. Not bad as not bad as 2 back in the day, but the guy at GameStop overhyped it.
So you blaming the dude at GameStop? That's what we doing right now.
I will say, I did see when I was just looking at certain lists and stuff like around the internet. I did see Breath of the Wild on some, but it all seemed to stem back to Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It seemed like a lot of the fans of those games, you know how it goes. You could craft the best Sonic game technically of all time, they're gonna say it has nothing on Sonic 2, right?
Sonic 2, yeah.
Yeah, so like I get it, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna need something more than it's not Ocarina of Time than to justify that.
Yeah, because basically, like it's a fine line between being like, like this game isn't as good as Ocarina of Time, and this game is not Ocarina of Time. So so it's like that's the thing. It's like, look, it's cool to have favorite games and stuff like that. But but you can't let that cloud your judgment, like or like stop you from enjoying the game just because it's not this. Like it's like because obviously Ocarina of Time, very, very highly rated game, and it should be. But Breath of the Wild is a better game in every sense of the word. Like it's like because people like I said, it's a nostalgia of it. Oh, Ocarina of Time. As soon as they boot that game up right now, and they hear Navi say, "Hey, listen, that first time, you gonna be throwing that car archers like you gonna be throwing that shit." Like
I'm over here thinking like, why does my boy Byron got such a disdain for the GameStop dude? What he just walked in the door, my man came up with the suitcase like, yo, I got the best game in the world for you. And this is the best game. They've been saying it's top.
You know what it is, Wave? And without even knowing, there are certain games that drop where GameStop, even though it's not like they get commissioned to sell certain games, right?
Right.
They do get pushy with certain games. I remember when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 dropped. I went to GameStop and I bought it. Came back to GameStop a few weeks later to buy a controller. The dude kept trying to sell me Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yo, you got to play because of this and this and this. And I'm like, yo, I already got the game. And he didn't believe me. So I'm like, yo, I literally got Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, I'm good. No, but you got to buy it because of this. I'm like, bro, I got the game. Gotta buy it. I like the game.
Buy another one.
But you're overrating the game right now. Like, like chill out. Like,
buy another one. You need at least 2 copies. Man.
Y'all know what that made me think about? Like, y'all remember Dave Chappelle skits, and he was like, yo, he hired this janitor because the janitor was able to do something. And he was like, hey, can I holla? My boy Byron walked in there. He's like, hey, you want Zelda?
Let me holla at you. Let me holla at you, man. Like,
let me holla at you, bitch. Let me holla.
All right, yo. So that's all we got for us this week, man. We're gonna take a break from the spin wheel. It shows up to damn near an hour and 40. Next week we're gonna have some guests with us. Wave, Tokyo Swift. I got a surprise for y'all, man. We might even invite Byron and her so he can get on camera and talk about some of these wild takes. Def Jam, Zelda. My man don't like anything good.
But he came out here spraying today, man. Like he had the street sweeper, man. Like,
but let me ask y'all this, man. Before I tell you exactly what we're doing next week, how are y'all on y'all video game knowledge?
How are we on our video game knowledge?
In terms of like trivia, because I feel like I see where this is going on. I'm like, yeah, like
I think I'm pretty good with decent.
That.
Yeah. As far as like when shit came out, I don't know.
Next week, Jeopardy. I will be the host because I had to type up the questions, so I wouldn't be quite fair, right? We got past 6 Jeopardy. We will have some special guests along with Wave and Tokyo Swift. We will have some prizes on the line. We about to see how this goes, man.
Is the music going to be that loud?
Is that better? Yeah. Next week we got past 6 Jeopardy. Have some games. We have some prizes and stuff. Let's just say Wave and Tokyo Swift probably won't win because their video game knowledge is limited based on their list.
Who the fuck is this dude you bringing? Okay. Who is the person? Because I want to say dude. It could be
like bringing a.
Who is this dude? I said bring it again.
Who you bringing? Rain Man, fam. Like it's
like I said,
who created the video game cartridge or something. Like the fuck.
Like I said, man, I didn't say I was bringing anybody specific. I just said based on y'all list, y'all won't win. But past the 6 Jeopardy is next week. Some prizes on the line. We'll see you there, man. Look out for more information. Tokyo Swift Wave, whatever y'all gotta say, take it away.
Hey, yo, Mo, you want to say something before I do my thing?
I just want to say, man, that Jay's list was garbage today. Like, I'm really disappointed in the things that he said. This is a disclaimer. Like, do not take him seriously, please. He does not reflect the views of everyone else.
Right. He does not reflect the views of past podcast.
I can't believe he said Street Fighter 2. Like, this is insane. Like, I guess we got to implement drug tests from now on.
Oh man!
Before you get on camera,
smash Melee.
I mean, play it. Go back and play it. Go back and play it. Go back and play it.
All right, man. So yeah, before I say what I gotta, before we get out of here, please, like my boy Tokyo said, don't have opinions like Jay. Don't have opinions like Byron. They don't know what they talking about. You know, they just here so they don't get fined.
You picked the best Madden of all time.
Hey, bro, you know, if you really think about it and you're gonna do it, you're gonna think about it. You're gonna come back here next week and you're gonna be like, Wave, you know what I thought about it? You right. It was only Michael Vick. Anyway.
That's because the Broncos was crashing that game. Like,
yeah.
Jake Plummer.
Jake Plummer is fucking. Thanks for supporting us any way you have, whether you like, shared, commented. We really would like if you comment a lot more and be a part of our interactive video game show. We love the interactions. We also love the support. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you on Tuesday, 9:05 Eastern Standard Time.
We out. Peace.